Hey, what's happening, truckers and truckettes out there? I want to show you guys how I preserve my grease on the fifth wheel. Okay, a lot of guys don't really care too much about the fifth wheel, but hopefully you guys have a different perspective or a different outlook on the importance of the fifth wheel. Let's get to it. And there's the fifth wheel. Look at all that fresh grease. So I'm gonna show you guys how I preserve the grease on my fifth wheel. So this is my spatula. If you can see the curve there, I had cut that. Originally it looked like this here, but I cut it so I can get into the grooves a little differently, a little better. And this is how I do it. My fifth wheel has river grooves in it. Okay, it has river grooves. And this is how I preserve the grease. Now, the grease gets used even when it's inside the river grooves. It's always important to grease your fifth wheel, especially when you know that there's rain coming, because you want to be able to control your turns on slippery surfaces. This is just something that I do. And normally, if it's really dry, if the grease is really dry, I would take some WD-40 and spray it on the fifth wheel, just a little bit. And definitely spray it in there. I already got WD-40 inside those locks. Let's get the other side. But remember what I said about the importance of the fifth wheel greasing the fifth wheel. It preserves against wear and tear on your treads, preserves against damaging on your tire walls when you're making your turns, especially when you're really heavy. Greasing the fifth wheel can help save fuel when you're making tight 90-degree turns, because your engine demands more fuel when you're doing so. Okay, so I'm gonna drop my airbags and then head right underneath. So I'm nicely greased up. Okay, so as I said in my previous videos, I'll repeat it again, greasing the fifth wheel helps to preserve against disalignment of your axles. Okay, it helps to preserve your tire walls when making those tight turns, especially when you're heavy. Preserves against wear and tear on the treads, especially when you're making those tight 90-degree turns. And it helps you control your steering a whole lot better on slippery surfaces. And it's always important to keep your fifth wheel nicely greased when you know that there's rain coming, and that's safety importance. Okay, I also wanted to show you guys this. Look, my shock is leaking oil. Actually, I think it done leaked all of the oil out, because I was driving with my airbags deflated, not on the highway but on the shipper's yard. And the shipper yard had a lot of bumps and cracks in the pavement, and I was driving. I completely forgot to reinflate my airbags, and as a result I ended up damaging my shock. So always remember, or try to remember, to reinflate your airbags even when you disconnect. So now I've deflated my airbags. Okay, I'm gonna head right up underneath there. It looks like it's just about clear, about maybe 3/4 of an inch, so I gotta raise the trailer up just a little bit, and I'm going to connect my trailer to that kingpin there.